Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are back drawing the frog. Morning, Faisal. Morning, Jamie. Thank you for your contribution to the Friday Funday Doodle Challenge. How are you both doing? How is everybody doing? I need a sharper pencil than this. Maybe I should have sharpened that before the stream began, but there we go. You're good. Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. That is blue. Yeah, not too bad. Had bit of a stressful day yesterday. But not doing too bad now. Ah! Oh, I hate it when that happens. Damn it. Let's find a sharp corner. That's not going to come off. Okay. You've just arrived home at 12 a.m. and I'm travelling back on either Saturday or Sunday. Oh my gosh. Must be so tired. Morning, Hayley. How are you? So just trying to keep a straight line. Really sort of concentrating hard because the end of this pencil broke, and so I don't want it to break any more, as I was just trying to get in the shadow on that foot. Right, okay. That's a little bit better, I think. So yes, I mean, did Jack enjoy his trip? Yeah, It was shorter than we expected. He had to be there for 12:15, and we were told originally, in all that screwed up paperwork, that he would need collecting at 4 p.m. Well, at 2:15, he called us to say, "Can you come and pick me up?" I was like, "What?" Luckily, I'd just come out of my physio appointment, so we were actually quite close. So we were able to pick him up. The physio appointment was kind of funny too, because it was as we expected. It was, yes, it's plantar fasciitis. But when we got there, we walked in. I didn't know where I was going, and so I went to main reception. I said, "Oh, I'm here for my physiotherapy appointment with Jasmine." And they said, "Oh yes, the physio department is up on the first floor. I'm afraid our lifts are not working, so you're going to have to take the stairs." And I was like, just think of all these poor people who have like mobility issues and depend on a lift to be working to get up to the physiotherapy department, which is on the first floor. I mean, wouldn't it make sense to have the physio department on the ground floor? I mean, I know this requires common sense, but... So anyway, so we went to that, and when Jasmine called me through, we literally walked to the furthest end of the furthest corridor. I felt like I was in the next county, you know? And it was like, you do realise this is for a foot issue, right? You're making me walk all this way. But yeah, she took a thorough history, and I had to get up on that examination couch where she pulled me this way and that way and stuff. But it was a 45-minute appointment, and we sat for a good 20 minutes going over like the history and everything and which foot was affected. And I said, it's the left foot. And you've only got 2 feet, right? Most people have got 2 feet, right? Some people only have 1, but I have 2. And throughout this appointment, while I was on the examination couch, she kept saying, "It's the left foot, isn't it?" And I go, yes, it's the left foot. And then 10 minutes later, she'd be like, "And it's your left foot that's bad?" And I go, yes, it's my left foot. I literally felt like, you've only got 2 to choose from. You don't have too much to remember here. And yeah. And then she said to me, she said, "Oh yeah, plantar fasciitis can take up to 2 years to go. You never know when it's going to go, but it can take up to 2 years to go." She says, "Funny enough, I've got plantar fasciitis in my foot, and I've had it for 2 years, and mine hasn't gone yet. But here's a list of exercises I want you to do to try and make it better." And I'm thinking, well, you're a physio and you've got plantar fasciitis, so I'm sure the exercises you're giving me might not work all that well. So I didn't have much faith, but I came home and did them like a good little girl. I've got a little checklist to do them each day, and I had to put a bottle of water in the freezer so that I can roll my foot on it for about 10 minutes every day. So I've got to do that. And then we went racing off to pick up Jack. That's a bit better. when we went to do my brother's cats, and David had originally said to me, oh, I'm away until Sunday evening, so if you could do the cats until Sunday evening, that would be great. And I said, yeah, that's no problem. And I was in his kitchen, just sort of clearing up because the cats had made a bit of a mess. And I noticed he'd got this wall calendar, and it was still on August, so I turned it over to September, and it said that he was back from his trip, back from France on today, on the 8th of September. I thought, that's odd. I'm sure he told me Sunday. So I thought, well, I'll just text him just to sort of double check. I mean, I don't mind doing it until Sunday. I love looking after his cats. And sorry, I'm just trying to think of where I'm going next. And I think I'll do this bit. So I sent him this text on WhatsApp and said, you are coming home Sunday, aren't you? It's just that your calendar in your kitchen says that you're coming home tomorrow, meaning Friday. And it was a good thing that I texted him, because he got back to me and he went, oh my God, he said, I utterly convinced myself that we weren't coming back until Sunday. He says, thank God you contacted me. Yes, our tickets are for Friday. So he had to cancel all his plans that he'd made for the weekend, all these different trips that he was taking. And I believe he set off this morning for the drive back to the ferry. And then he'll get back later this evening. But if I'd not checked, if the cats hadn't made a mess, I wouldn't have turned the calendar over. I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have texted him, and he would have stayed in France until Sunday, and then drove back to a ferry for which he didn't have tickets. And yeah, so it was a good thing I just double checked. But I mean, that is tantamount to pulling a James. We call that sort of thing pulling a James, because he always gets his dates wrong and his timings wrong. And it was like, right, okay. And it's funny because James is actually named after David, because James's names are James David. And my brother David's name is David James. So it's like they're taken after one another. That's really quite funny, which is weird because David never gets trips wrong, because he's always booking these exotic trips all over the place, because he's got he does scuba diving. And he has like all the licenses for the, the deep sea diving and wreck diving, all that sort of stuff. And they travel all over the world during the scuba trips. And he's never got anything like that wrong before in his life. So I'm really, really surprised that he did. Right, I think I'm going to use this. What is this? Blanc Rose. Not to get together. Shut up and dance with me. This moment is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh. Right, do I need any colour out of here? Maybe. This goes. Dance with me, this woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh. So anyway, all of that to say, Jack now has today off. Did check his timetable again this morning, and they've changed it again for next week. But we did say to the college about Jack not checking his emails, and we even had to speak to the additional support team, saying we've told people so many times about Jack not checking his emails that you need to send any important emails to our email addresses, to mine or Nick's, and they're very much like, we're not allowed to do that because we can't send emails that aren't to students. Yeah, we have to send to student emails. So, well, that's very helpful. Thank you very much. Yeah. Can you have Jack email open in your PC or phone? Well, we're just going to have to, Faisal. I mean, I've literally put a reminder on my phone that each day just to check Jack's emails, because, well, he just won't. And clearly the college are like, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to do that. We know what you're trying to say to us, but I'm sorry, we're not allowed to do that. We'll sort it. We'll get there in the end. Probably when he's about to leave college, once he's graduated, but you know. We will get there eventually. This comes all the way down here, actually. Oh, I tell you, last night I was playing a little bit of Valo. And when I went on, I thought, do I stream this? Do I stream this? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't know how I feel, if I feel like playing for quite a long time or not. And I just thought, do you know what? I won't. I'll just play Valo. I'll just have a few Spike Rush games. and I pulled off a shot. I was the last player standing, and it was me v Jet on Haven, and Spike was down on site B, it's the center site, and Jet needed to get it and plant, and I was defending, and because it was a spike rush, we all had operators, and I was like, oh god, this is not going to go well for me. And Jet smoked the entrance to B, and I stood further back, and I knew she was going to come in through this smoke somehow, and she timed it just at the right moment where I wasn't even aiming down my sights. I just took the shot, head kill, boom, she was dead. The chat went crazy. Everyone was like, WTF, WTF, you just did that, no sights, oh my god, that was me. And I was just like, oh my god, I should have been all I could think of was I should have been streaming. It was such an awesome moment for me, because I don't normally do very well with the operator, not against Jets, because I was actually sitting there thinking, before she smoked off and before she came in, I thought, do I just go to my knife and just wait for her to come in and then just run at her and take her down that way, or try and take her down that way? But I was like, no, keep your distance, because I knew she'd got her ultimate, so I thought she's going to have her knives out, she's going to updraft, and she's going to come in with her knives out, and she didn't. She just ran in, and I saw her just before she went in the smoke, timed the shot perfectly, and boom, down she went. I was so gutted that I wasn't streaming. How are you guys getting on with your Valorant? I bet you've probably not had much chance to play, have you, Faisal, if you've been away? The light, let it shine. I need a tiny little bit, a little bit of purple here near this blue. Right, blue. Ooh, there's a little bit of teal. There's a little bit of teal here. Just put a little bit of yellow over this blue, because it just goes a little bit green there where the two colours merge. As we shoot across the sky. You don't play, but used to play a lot of Call of Duty. Ah, right, okay. Hayley, I've got a question for you then. I've been looking at Call of Duty, and obviously the original one is free on Steam, but it has a lot of, when I look at it and I think, do I want to download that? There's a lot of negative reviews for it. And I do see a lot of people on like TikTok and things, and they're playing Call of Duty Warzone. But Warzone has also got a lot of negative reviews saying that there's glitches, there's lag. People are saying don't waste your money because it's like £44. And they're like, don't bother. I don't know, but Call of Duty looks so good. Is it worth me getting the original one? Do lots of people still play the original one? Or is it worth not getting the game at all? Did manage to get Nick to download CSGO yesterday, because I've got CSGO. So I said to Nick, I said I'll play that with him. I will never be Rose. You can't leave me, baby. You did play a good amount today morning at the start. I was bad, but I'm getting back to it at the end. Oh, good. Well done, Faisal. Call of Duty Warzone is a no for me, but 100% on the first one. Been years since I played that. All right, okay. Then I might go for the original Call of Duty then. Is it easy to pick up? Because I downloaded Apex Legends the other day because Becca plays that a lot and I wanted to be able to play a game with Becca. But it's such a steep learning curve, Apex. And the thing I don't like about Apex is that on Valorant, you know, the maps are relatively small, and if you come across another player, they're quite sizable. You know, they're easy to see. Whereas on Apex, you have these massive sprawling maps, and sometimes the enemies are like this tiny, that far away, and you have to be able to see them. And I'm like, I just don't know who I'm looking for or what I'm looking for, and there's so many guns that I don't understand, and having to pick up the right weaponry for the right guns, and it's just And I'm so used to standing still and shooting in Valorant, whereas in Apex you have to keep moving while you're shooting, and it's such an adjustment for me. With my old brain. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is your favourite. Yeah, I think I've seen James play that. Once you know the buttons and maps, you'll eventually get used to it. I hope so. I hope so. I need my grey back out. Everything goes. Right, I need... it took me a while to know what to do. You learnt from your brothers. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, like, I mean, I can remember being overwhelmed with Valorant, you know, so, because there was just so much to learn, to know what was what. I'm sure it will come to me eventually. Ooh, baby. Never make a change. Practice makes perfect. Absolutely. Yeah. I've just got to have the patience, Hayley. I think I get very, I think I've said before, I get very cross with myself if I'm not good straight away. I want to be good. So if I play and I'm not, it really, really frustrates me. And I will switch off the computer and say, I'm never playing that ever again. Until I take a breather, and then I'm like, you've got to practice, you've got to practice. Right. Actually, no. Let's use this dark green that you put up. Change. Is this George Ezra? I like George Ezra. Getting a bit cross is normal. Oh, thanks for trying to make me feel better, Hayley. okay, so I'll tell you what I'm watching at the moment. I've found on BBC iPlayer they've got a few, I think 4 or 5 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race Canada. I think they've got the Australian one as well, but I like the Canadian one because I really like Brooklyn Heights. I liked her when she competed and she lost out to, I think it was Evie Oddly, and now she's one of the main judges and sort of hosts the Canadian one. And so I just finished watching season 1, and now I've just started on season 2. And there's always that difficult bit at the minute where you're trying to get used to who the queens, all the different queens are, and what they look like out of drag, so you know who you're watching. It always takes me a moment or two, but I love Drag Race. Just going to dull down a little bit of that yellow. Was born this way. Just trying to put this into shadow a bit now. I'm trying to stay in a bit more control of my pencil strokes, because I've noticed when I do this I don't always go in a straight line, and sometimes when I get to the end I curl off in the wrong direction. I'm just trying to be a bit more controlled with them. I know it's something I need to practice. All these messages that keep popping up on my screen. Oh. There we go, let's got rid of those. Right, okay, onto this leg. I need the light, not that yellow. Is it chrome yellow? I don't know. Let's take away some of the pencil marking first. just going to pull some of this blue into this yellow just so we get that little green blend, just so it's not such a stark ending point for this blue. I always try and be careful with yellow. Yellow is such a strange pigment. So I was going quite light to begin with, I think. I'm doing circles because the skin on this frog is shiny, round, and it's almost got a texture on it as well, so these little circles will help add to the texture. I always remember my mum used to tell me, don't touch frogs and toads, they've got warts all over their skin and you'll catch warts. Yeah, right, okay. I keep thinking that, Mum. And I'm keeping the pencil quite upright as well, just to help with these circles and the rough texture. I'm not doing the circles tight, I'm doing them quite open, so you can see some of that other yellow and green from beneath just through, and that will just help with that texture. Right, there is a line here. Go up. That needs that, and there is a little bit of blue. You're gonna hear me roar. to do it like this. So anyway, Jack's off college today, so he doesn't have anything today. So he goes in on Monday for his first full day. I think he'll be glad just to sort of get started with the lessons now. Where's the lime green? Oh, thanks, Faisal. Yeah. The funny thing was he has this his ID card gets him, you can put money on the ID card so that he can go into the cafes at the college so he can get lunch. And we were lucky, we'd given him some cash yesterday for the activity centre in case there was like a food place there, because when he got to college he went in to use his card to get a hot meal before he went off on his trip, and it wouldn't work. It had not charged up his card. It was literally just one farce after another, to be honest. So luckily he'd got cash on him. So we've had an apology email about that as well this morning, to apologise for Jack's rough start to his second year at college. I had trouble when I first started college. The art lesson could not start because the art teacher that was assigned left before college had officially started. Had to sort the whole timetable out. Oh my God. You know how sometimes you get to a point where you just say to people, just stop, just let me do it, I'll do it. It was almost like we felt like saying that to college. Let's like, just get out of the way, we'll take Jack to the car place and we'll take Jack on his activity day, and it was just get out of the way, we'll do it. There was almost just an element of that to it. It was just like, you lot can't be trusted to do anything, we'll do it. Get out of the way. Happiness more than the world. Do you need more? I found myself longing for change. I mean, I know there's always problems at the start of term. I get that. There's always a few teething issues, shall we say. I mean, I used to teach at that college, actually. Over a decade ago, I used to teach at that college, and I remember even then, at the start of term, it was teachers didn't have a classroom that was just theirs. Everybody moved from classroom to classroom, and you'd get assigned which classroom you had, and you would turn up each day. You'd grab your own timetable from out your pigeonhole, and then go off to your class. But I mean, I remember getting to a classroom once to teach GCSE English to these kids that had already failed it once, and get into my classroom, and there was already a class in there with the teacher, and I was like, I'm meant to be in this classroom? And they were like, well, yeah, but it says so on my timetable that I'm meant to be in this classroom. And it was teething problems even back then. So I can remember just taking my kids off to the college library and teaching them in the library. I think there's always teething problems at the start of term, but sometimes it's a bit ridiculous. That's why I'm going to travel next week, because the guy who was supposed to fix the issue wasn't able, so I'm going as a support for him. Oh, right, oh, okay. So has anyone got any nice weekend plans? Let's talk about cheerier things. I need my greens again, don't I? I'm hoping to finish off my current manuscript over the weekend, so I'll be working hard on that. Nick's going off to a show. Like a toy fair. So I'll use that time while he's out. Just get on with some work. You just want to stay home and play Minecraft and Valo. I don't blame you, Faisal. Do not blame you. I think sometimes that's all you need, really, isn't it? Just to have a chill weekend. You don't always have to be doing something. Where's me orange? I was meant to clean your dad's car, but too hot. Yeah, so doing it next weekend. Other than that, I was not doing much, but I might play House Flipper. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to be stuck in front of the computer all weekend. That's that one. Now I need different orange. This is a dark chrome yellow. I don't know if this is the right one. No. Let's try the cadmium orange. That's better. But now you've said that, Haley, I'm thinking, yeah, I probably need to clean my car actually. There's a spider taking up residence in my wing mirror. I think he needs to be evicted. Right, okay, so this goes over here. Ah, right. Oh god, spiders. My brother's been chucking out the door. Yeah, I know. We just always seem to get one that wants to take up residence in the wing mirror. Because we have like electric wing mirrors. And it's just always there. Every time we go out to the car, there's a new cobweb that goes from the wing mirror to the actual car door. We can always send you some, Faisal, you know. All the ones we capture, we could just put in a big box and just sort of send them to you, you know, if you're missing the experience. We'd be more than happy. You don't think they'll survive the heat? Don't know, they're resilient little buggers. I might give it a good go. One, two, three, one, two, three, three. One, two, three, one, two, three, Yellow, 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 yellow. Needs to be a bit stronger here. Doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. Every time I go to the bathroom, there's a new spider. Oh yes, I know that feeling. I hope there's none in my bedroom because I spray peppermint spray to keep them out. Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that as well. And citronella is meant to be quite good as well. I don't want that brown. I want the yellowy sort of ochre one. Green. Want to really dance, and I can make them stay. That's what people say. I wonder if I've got enough layers to put the scrape slice tool on. It's gonna be yeah, I'm quite pleased that I've got that sort of crease. There's a beat. Let me know the beat. That's what they don't see. Dancing on my own. Moves up as I go. That's what they don't know. It's gonna be alright. Play, 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 and the hands go hey, hey, hey. add just a little bit just to hello. Right. I need maybe this one. Let me. Oh, hello. Yeah. Nick's here, everybody. Say hi.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. He's brought me a cup of tea. Thank you.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Everybody have a drink. And they honey. Right, let's go back up here. And they honey. X's and O's. Back to me. X's and honey. So once I've done this stream, I'm going to have my lunch. And then I'm going to go over to my brother's house, do the cats for the last time because David should be home tonight. Then I'm going to come home. I've got an Asda order coming. And I've got my writing to do. And then what else? Hello, chess god. The chess god has left, Jamie, I'm afraid. He's left already. He brought the tea and he left. He's doing really well on his chess. He's been playing against actual people now, because he used to just play against the computer on chess.com. And now he's playing actual people, and I think he's got a rating of over 1,000. Which is crazy. Crazy tunes. My ego's bad, I don't get it. And it goes like this. Got the rules that Jagger trying to control you. You can take my I smile on the move like Jack. Say Jackie. Broken down. When you're with me, make you believe I got the key. I get in the car, you can ride it wherever you are. Decided you wanna steer, I'm shifting gear, take it from here. And it goes like this. Gets me too drunk and out all the moves we juggle. Look at the moves we juggle. Small, take control, it's for the ride. Gonna have to keep it. Share my secrets, gonna have to keep it. Oh, I've not done connections this morning, I just realised. I'll have to do that in a bit. I'll do that while I'm having the lunch. He's coming on, our little froggy. But look at his poor forearm. I mean, he's hardly got any muscle there, has he? All seems to be here. But that's how it is in the picture. He's got a really skinny forearm. I think he needs to work out a bit. Oh, I just realised I've body shamed a frog. I'm sorry, Mr. Frog. I didn't mean to body shame you. Carry on, matey. I'm sure you're absolutely fine. I think it's just because it looks a little bit odd to me. But someone like you, I wish nothing but the best. Ah, Nick makes a good cup of tea. Sometimes it hurts instead. Someone like you, I best. That's what this would taste. Someone like you, wish that they were the best. You say. Someone like you. I'm trying to drink my tea before it goes cold because I don't like lukewarm drinks. So hang on. Right. Just need to put in a little bit of shade here. Don't want to go over some of the white markings that I've already made. Right, okay. With me, 'cause I'm all I need. Don't stay with me. Cause you're all I need. Let's put some yellow. to want it. Girl, you got it. Right. It looks weird at the moment to me. I think because the head of the frog is in bright light, and then this part of the frog is in a little bit more of a shadow, so the body is a slightly different colour to the head. It just looks weird to me at the moment. I'm sure it'll look better once the whole thing is done, but it will match up. Please match up. Right, I need to put some of these greens away. I've got so many blooming greens on my desk. Just to clear it up a little bit. Right, okay, so there is a line here. Going, baby, with you. This is crazy. Come, baby. Right, just trying to get these little blobs of dirt in all the right places. I just want you. This is crazy. Okay. This is crazy. It's my number. Call me maybe. Call me maybe. Getting some of this blue and yellow belly patterning. It's gonna be the best day of my life. Right, okie dokie. Need my cadmium yellow. Best day of my life. Try not to cross that blue and yellow. Right. Where did that colour come from? Okay. Okay, right. Is it worth me doing this? Yeah, I think I'll do this all the way down to his little frog butt. I wouldn't normally do such a big section like this, but I want to try and keep the greens in the same mix. Just gonna take away the little graphite bit. Right, let's have this lovely lime green. It's not lime green, what is it? It's just called light green. This is a nice fun project. I'm enjoying this frog. I think it's because I'm getting to use lots of colours in the palette that I don't normally get to use. I like these lime greens, these bright yellows. It's especially because we're doing the donkey on all the other days, which is a lot of browns and greys. I think it's like when we were doing the kingfisher and when I got to draw my peacock butterflies. Wow, that was another good one, getting used to all the different brighter colours. I'm not going to have a smooth edge here along this edge because I don't want one, because on the picture the yellow that comes along here bleeds up in like little bumpy textures into the green, so I'm not going to do a nice straight line, even though it probably looks on the reference picture to you guys that it's a straight yellow line, but there isn't. Up close you can see the difference. I hear a dog barking outside. It sounds like it's Mango, but it's not in the pattern of barking she normally does. That's weird. What am I hearing? I had to tell Mango off this morning. She was a naughty girl. She was eating something that she shouldn't. and Rosie, who gets incredibly jealous if she's missing out on food that Mango seems to have and she's not getting any. That will then start Rosie barking, and so I had a lot of barking going off this morning. Because every time I thought I'd taken it off Mango, she would go and get herself some more. And I didn't know where she was getting it from. I love you, you belong to me, let's sing. I need to stick some yellow in this. I'll do that in a minute. Let's use this same cadmium yellow. What's going on in that beautiful mind? On your magical mystery ride. You're lucky, you can be alright. Your head's underwater, but I'm breathing tight. Right, okay. Getting there, getting there. Let me just, I just need to send, I've just thought of something. I just need to send a quick text to Nick. Yeah. Times do I have to tell you, when you cry you're beautiful too. There, done that. You're my downfall, you're my... Right, I'm just going to use this bit of paper here as a little bit of a... There is a line that goes down to his little frog butt. It's yellowy. Use whatever tools you have. I don't have a ruler, so I thought I'd just use the edge of this paper. And there's one here, but it just slightly arches up. So I'll bring it away from the edge of the paper and then down. Use whatever tools you have at your disposal. Right, okay, darker green now. This goes along down here. I'm sure these lines are something to do with maybe the frog's spine. It's just it's like little patches of darker bits just here and there. And I didn't know I was lost. Oh, and I need that light yellow ochre or brown ochre. Brown ochre, I think. Right, nearly done that. Just trying to show little bits where this frog has just got himself a little bit dirty. But I only had 2 hands. Right, I need to put in these markings here now. Not done that yellow bit there. Right. right, he's getting there, our little froggy. I do feel he needs maybe this May green. Right, I want to get this bubbles of green into the yellow. Right, okie dokie. Just move that around. Right, I think that's where I'll leave it today then. So we've managed to get this done, finished off that foot and down here, so he's got more of a shape to him now. So I hope next Friday, if we can get this belly done and then this leg, and so I think maybe 2 more weeks on this, because we'll need the second week to do the other leg. But yeah, he's getting there. I think I just need to add some little white bits. Yeah, there we go. Right, happy with that now. Yeah, so there we go. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. A nice quiet one today. Managed to get quite a lot done, so very happy about that. So yeah, have a lovely weekend. Have a nice relaxing gaming weekend. Do what makes you happy, and I will see you on Monday for an art stream. I may pop on over the weekend for a gaming stream, but I will definitely see you Monday at the usual time. So thanks very much for your company, guys. Take care. Bye.